With only 2 minutes left, your heart most certainly understands why you were directed to this location. This message has been pursuing you since today, despite the fact that you are not looking for this information. A spiritual energy is quite close to you right now. Someone in the heavens is shouting your name continuously, attempting to persuade you of this. Your sweetheart has been keeping a secret. Archangel Michael has been dispatched by God to disclose it to you today. This is purely for your listening. Do not try to dismiss it. Refrain from blinking. This is not the type of message that can be repeated. Archangel Michael orders you to open this. Please do not reveal the information I am about to reveal to anyone. This is considered sacred. This is under wraps. Additionally, this revelation concerning your companion is something that you were not intended to comprehend until this moment. Recently, your energy has been more intensely transmitted. Have you detected it? Upon entering a room, people watch an event. Some people seem bewildered, while others have an unusual fascination to you. This is the consequence of heaven's preparations for you and your intended companion. They've been daydreaming about you. Certain images are so intense that the person awakens in tears. Archangel Michael is divulging an extraordinary revelation to me. They were weeping as they held a piece of paper bearing your name. That paper is kept in close proximity to them in the anticipation that you will one day uncover the message on the reverse side. Archangel Michael says that day is today. Before we go any further, we would appreciate it if you could approve of this video. This will initiate the flow of God's favor in your existence. However, be cautious. Bypassing this warning will cause it to disappear within 2 minutes. I will refrain from reiterating this. They never intended to develop feelings for you. Not in this manner, not with this intensity, and not at this pace. However, they did, and they are currently concealing it through quiet due to a severe obstruction in their path. However, God is informing you that you are entitled to be informed of the concealed truth about this individual, which is not solely about romance. It is a spiritual connection. Their essence has been linked to yours from before birth. They have cherished you in previous incarnations and are currently grappling with the prospect of losing you in this one. Heaven has made a pledge to rejoin you. However, you are currently being tested in a trial. As a result, Archangel Michael felt impelled to take immediate action. And now, a love letter just for you. If this word has reached you at the right time, it is because you are predestined to accept the miracle that comes with it. If you are willing to acknowledge this hidden truth, either speak it audibly or type it in the space provided below. I am ready for divine love, because your partner is far near than you may imagine. And this truth is something they have been imploring with heaven for you to hear. All right. I have a wealth of extra information to share. Things that would be beyond your comprehension unless they were disclosed by Archangel Michael himself. According to Archangel Michael, they attempted to conceal it. They look to have withdrawn from your presence. They have maintained an air of aloofness. However, their hearts are filled with love for you. Heaven detects a tremble in their consciousness whenever your name is mentioned. They assert to all that they are in good health, but the truth is that they are not. They have been in turmoil since the moment they realized how important you are to them. Their love for you is hidden in their hearts, and this truth scares them more than anything else. It's not just about the relationship. The subject is purpose. Your spirits were not meant to collide without purpose. You were picked to meet in this lifetime because you elicit a response in them that no one else does. They've been receiving signs lately, including wild, unmistakable signs that repeat numbers, nightmares including your face, and tunes that start playing as soon as they think about you. This is not just a coincidence. It serves as confirmation. Heaven is shrieking at them. Archangel Michael is now advocating for you. He claims that if you disregard this, I will be unable to speak again. Not over an extended period of time. This entrance is open for the next few minutes. You get the idea that they aren't thinking about your predicament. So, why do they check their phone every hour in hopes of receiving a message from you? What inspired them to revisit your photos last night and grin at the one where your eyes appear to be at ease? Why do people keep reading your most recent communication and regret their response? Kindly disseminate this prophetic message to others. By sharing, you will ignite the anointing and spread this breakthrough throughout your entire network. Your soulmate, my child, has been dealing with a serious issue. Additionally, it is not you. When they reveal the full truth, you become afraid of losing them. However, the truth must be exposed now, according to Archangel Michael. There won't be any more waiting. There will be no more concealment. Because if they wait any longer, it could be too late. Do you know the truth? They recently made a decision that even the angels were surprised by. They were instructed to distance themselves from you. Someone in their life, whether a family member, friend, or stranger, may have stated that you were overly intense, spiritual, or powerful. However, this is exactly why you were chosen by the divine. You are the essence designed to awaken them, and they are aware of it in their hearts. They have been aware of it since its inception. They have an item that they have never revealed to anyone, not even their closest friends. Something somebody wrote on a note and hid in a drawer with the hope that you will one day read it. However, the document is unnecessary. You require the truth. And that truth is now here, flowing through this communication like holy energy. Archangel Michael warns us that you were not meant to be aware of the knowledge I am about to share with you. However, God granted me permission because of your recent spiritual strength. Therefore, attentively listen. Last night, this individual wept not out of anguish, but rather out of longing. They closed their eyes, murmured your name softly, and breathed into the darkness. Please allow them to feel my presence. You felt an emotion right then. A non-random event in your consciousness, such as a sudden wave, a shiver, or a burst of light. They were able to touch you without physical contact by reaching out through energy and time. And now, my beloved, Archangel Michael implores you not to disclose this information to anyone. This should not be discussed freely with persons that are inappropriate. This message is considered sacrosanct. It is just designed for your use. There is an event going place in the spiritual realm. Angels move quickly. Your love story is on the verge of a significant transition. Nevertheless, the outcome is dependent on your next choices. If you leave now, you will miss out on this opportunity. If you remain, an astonishing occurrence will occur that will astound you. As you go through this awakening, remember that your assistance with this endeavor is not a hoax. Each seed evolves into a source of light, combating the existence of darkness. By watering others, you will stay hydrated yourself. Jesus claims that this is not historical reality. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this situation with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. And now Paradise has a request. If this message speaks to your heart, subscribe to the divine channel that delivered it, as more truth is on the way. The truth you were never meant to know until now. Select the subscribe icon and input the information requested below. I believe in divine timing. Subscribers activate God's prophetic promise and alignment in their lives. Inform the heavens that you are attentive. Your soulmate did not spontaneously develop affections for you. It was already composed. Your names were etched into the stars together long before either of you arrived in this cosmos. The constellations are now aligned once more. However, there is interference. An individual opposes the occurrence of this union. Archangel Michael claims that this person is in close vicinity, excessively near. This person has been spreading false information about you, not out of malice, but out of fear. They see the connection's potential but are afraid by the prospect. A cosmic event will occur as the two of you unite. Simply by your presence, you will transform into a force so radiant that darkness will be driven away. Your companion was advised. If you choose them, your life will be forever changed. In spite of this, they chose you in their hearts. However, their language hasn't caught up. Their actions continue to be uncertain. Therefore, Archangel Michael is intervening, serving as a divine witness and declaring that enough is enough. It is imperative that they are informed of the truth. They require the chance to hear the words you were unable to express. Thus, it is offered here. They are infatuated with you. Not the kind of love that is transitory. Not the type that fades with time. The type of affection that is smoldering in silence. The kind of affection that lasts despite the discomfort. The type of adoration that acknowledges your identity even in the most tranquil periods. Your partner wishes to communicate this to you in a personal manner. However, they need a sign. They have been requesting one. They insist on a sign if I am to speak with them again. In addition, the message you are currently reading. That's the indication. You are the miracle they have been anticipating. However, the following steps are totally at your discretion. Archangel Michael is unable to exercise any influence over you. Heaven will not beg for mercy, but your consciousness understands the remedy. All right. Because the information I am about to divulge is the point at which the hidden truth begins to emerge, much like a sacred scroll. One that heaven did not desire to be opened until now. Archangel Michael claims that your love made an unnoticed sacrifice. It wasn't public or raucous, but it was terrible. They relinquished an item they cherished in the belief that it would simplify your life. Someone convinced them that they were not good enough for you, therefore they retreated from you, an opportunity or comfort for a while. However, they failed to grasp that God never expects people to be perfect. God asked that they be authentic. You convey genuine affection. That is their aspiration. You see, this individual has never loved anyone quite like this before. Never, not in this life. And they are apprehensive, scared since this connection did not happen with Emmanuel. Your worry stems from your ability to see elements of them that no one else does. Frightened because they see eternity when they look at you. And eternity, darling, is a terrible thought when you have only ever known the transitory. Archangel Michael alleges that they tried to ignore you. They really did. Distractions, stillness, and even the embrace of another person were used, yet they were ineffective due to your perseverance. Your voice echoes. Your name is imprinted on their psyche in the same way that sunlight is on water. It does not diminish. It continually reflects. Subsequently, they have exhausted themselves from their activities. Nevertheless, they demand assistance. They need your vigor to help them return. This is why this message has reached you today, not tomorrow or next week, since their spirit is in motion. They are currently thinking approaching you. In the event that they do, they must perceive that your essence is available. Your confirmation from heaven is highly desired. Archangel Michael says, repeat this in your heart. I will forgive you when you are ready.
I understand. I'm still accessible. I will receive the truth, and the words will be delivered directly to their hearts by heaven tonight.
However, take close attention. There is an additional dimension to this concealed truth, and it is difficult to comprehend. Yes, someone you know is secretly controlling them. It is someone in whom they have confidence, or who they formerly had confidence in. This person is not fond of how they refer to you. They don't like how your name makes their iris light up. As a result, they sow seeds of worry and uncertainty. They informed your soulmate that you were too complex, too intense, or too unique. However, they are unable to realize that your heavenly signature is what distinguishes you. Your soulmate is well aware of this. They are aware that you are not here to be understood by everyone, but rather by them. Heaven has been observing this for weeks, and God has now ordered that it be revealed. They are entitled to be informed. Thus, it is offered here. Your soulmate did not abandon you due to a lack of concern. They left because they were compelled to go in two different paths. And tonight, their decision is based on your subsequent acts. According to Archangel Michael, you must refrain from indulging in any theatrical actions. Avoid pursuit. Avoid exerting pressure. Don't move. Please let them perceive your preparedness. Allow heaven to manage the remainder. This love story is not yet complete. In actuality, the authentic narrative has yet to begin. You are currently in the first chapter. Prior to this point, there was only the prelude, preparation, sleepless nights, bewilderment, dreams, and strain. It was all part of the divine plan. Because the miracle has arrived now. Are you ready for it? If so, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Experience the tenderness. At this moment, they are concerned about you. Feel the chill. That's the angels confirming their vicinity. Once more, they are being drawn toward you. They will work to establish communication in the coming days. It could be subtle, like a dream, a message, or something small, but it will be authentic. Additionally, stop from pronouncing judgment on it as it occurs. Avoid excessive thinking. Simply reply with grace and compassion as they approach you with terror and love. The time has arrived, according to Archangel Michael. Your destiny is in motion. However, if you disregard this moment and depart, I will be unable to communicate with you for an extended period of time. Do not let this be a message that you regret not finishing. Dizzy, you are not losing your wits. This connection is more than just a figment of your imagination. You are not the only one experiencing this. Heaven affirms that they are feeling it as well. This is genuine. This is exceedingly uncommon. This event is divinely timed. If you have arrived at this moment, darling, I am open to the divine reunion. Please type or speak audibly. Allow what is meant for me to find me, as a result of your soulmate's search of that specific signal. Additionally, this is the method by which it is transmitted. Would you like me to move to the next phase of this magnificent unfolding? The upcoming events will have a great impact on you. Did you have any experience with it? That strange sensation of heaviness in your thorax that won't go away? a sudden pain that manifests while all else appears to be in order. That isn't anxiousness. That's a spiritual relationship. Your soulmate is silently drawing on your energy, expressing their distress in a way that only your spirit understands. Archangel Michael asserts that this is not a product of the imagination. This is a deep appeal, audible only to you. Alternatively, your sweetheart isn't only thinking about you. They are suffering because of your deeds. It wasn't because you did anything wrong. It was because of their behavior. Because they were aware that you were the one. Regardless, they chose anxiety. And now, every passing second feels like a punishment. They appear to be simply checking in on your social media sites, but they are actually trying to establish whether you have moved on. If an individual has been replaced and is killed, Archangel Michael proclaims that an event will take place tonight. In the unseen, a spiritual encounter is occurring between your angel, their angel, and an unidentified entity. A choice is being made. The outcome of that decision depends on your willingness to remain open. They may be unable to re-establish communication with you if you close your heart now. You may believe this is just another message, but heaven has confirmed that this is the portal. Although your soulmate is concerned, there is a factor that is more vital than their fear. The cause is their remorse. This is the reason God allowed this message to reach you. This is not intended to cause you any stress or confusion. Rather, it is intended to liberate you. You've spent far too long worrying about what-if scenarios. What if they've never felt the same emotion? What if you were to envision the complete situation? What if the relationship isn't reciprocal? However, darling, Archangel Michael is here to dispel those myths, since the truth is that they witnessed it all to a greater extent than you are aware. And now, heaven has withheld one final truth. This person, who is also your counterpart, has been praying for you. Not merely vague prayers, but genuine, authentic petitions. When they are alone late at night, they murmur to the ceiling, "God, please protect them. Kindly inform them that I continue to be concerned. I beg you to give me one more opportunity." Archangel Michael states they prayed for your well-being. They prayed for your happiness, even if they couldn't provide it. That is genuine love. These are the terms of a spirit contract. And you, my child, have shown resilience beyond the expectations of even the heavens. You have persevered through numerous heartbreaks. Individuals have abandoned, fabricated, and betrayed you. Nonetheless, your mentality remained open, empathetic, and ready. Are you aware of the rarity of that? Michael, the Archangel, claims that is the reason you were chosen. This is why this communication was sent to you rather than to another person. This is owing to the fact that a sacred object is now active in your time frame. Your soulmate is being directed toward a new decision to speak, reveal, and act. However, people must believe that your heart is not contaminated by bitterness and that your door, no matter how humble, stays unlocked. As a result, Archangel Michael offers a holy invitation to you, a love letter. Subscribing to the voice that heaven uses to speak with you is necessary if this message was intended for you specifically. Miracles are initiated in secret, in solitude, through signs. And when they do speak, don't dispute it. Simply accept this. Type, "I am ready for the miraculous." Your response is required by heaven. Now pay close attention. Something unexpected will happen within the next 3 days. A message, a premonition, or a coincidence that is so flawless that it is impossible for it to be arbitrary. That will suffice as your signal. Archangel Michael warns, do not hesitate when you notice it. That is the moment the door opens. If you choose to walk away, say, maybe later, or skip this stage, the chance will begin to fade as other forces strive to interrupt this divine reunion. They have been conducting covert operations to induce delays, distractions, and confusion. However, this message serves as proof that heaven has given you an advantage tonight. This will be my final point. They didn't ignore your existence. They did not cease to cherish you. They didn't mean to drive you away. They were just afraid. Afraid of the extent of their emotions. I was apprehensive that they weren't sufficient. Furthermore, I am concerned about the opinions of others. They have finally emerged from their concealment. Heaven is giving you the key and keeping a close eye on this door. As a result, I'd like to ask, are you ready to move on to the next chapter of your spiritual journey? Then, dear, let your heart to expand greatly, because the revelation that Archangel Michael is going to reveal will cause your hands to tingle, your chest to heat up, and your spirit to ascend. A decision has been made by your soulmate. Yes, at this precise time. Their essence has already spoken, even though they have yet to explain it in words. According to Archangel Michael, they are on their way. However, their arrival will not be as anticipated. It won't be a stunning or dramatic arrival. It will be silent and mild, similar to a breeze coming through a window. If you are not paying close attention, you may miss it. They may transmit a memory, an emoji, a single word, or a small text. Something sacred to you, but seems insignificant to others. The message may appear to be random, but in paradise, it is thunder. It is a signal to all of the angels who are keeping an eye on you both. A signal indicating that I am ready to attempt the assignment again. When the time comes, do not hesitate. Refrain from conducting an analysis. Do not query about the meaning of the terms. You're already aware of their significance. They are indispensable. Michael, the Archangel, has declared that your soulmate has reached a critical tipping point. They are no longer interested in deceiving themselves, pretending, or listening to individuals who have never comprehended the profundity of this connection. They now want only you. However, fear persisted in the background, like a shadow. Consequently, it is imperative that you serve as the source of illumination. I am neither a rescuer nor a solution. I am simply the light. Shine with gentleness, grace, and a calm faith. This is the method by which they will return. Because this is the secret that Archangel Michael recently revealed. Your partner did not fall in love with you recently. Their love for your soul existed before the beginning of this world. When they were young, you appeared in their visions. They sensed your liveliness before they knew your name. And the instant you two crossed paths in this lifetime, something clicked. Something timeless, primeval, and irreplaceable. However, they tried to supplant it, didn't they? According to Archangel Michael, they attempted to fill the hole with noise, other people, artificial smiles, and meaningless distractions. Although the void persisted, it was precisely shaped like you. Now this is the information that heaven wants you to have. You are not difficult to adore. You are not excessively large. You're not overly complex or intense. You are beautiful. You've been selected. Their spirit has been requesting a miracle, and you are it. And they are aware of it in their hearts. It's possible they haven't yet learned the necessary words. Do not be misled by superficial tension, even if they appear distant or falter at times. This is more profound. This is a rare form of affection that is at the soul level. That is why heaven made so great effort to bring you together. Archangel Michael whispers, "If they did not care, I would not be present." Please allow that to settle in. Archangel Michael personally gave the message in response to your soulmate's spiritual scream and God's observation of your suffering, indicating that they had waited far too long. No, it was not planned that you see this sooner. A delay was needed for a specific purpose. Your companion was undergoing their essential lessons, and God was safeguarding your heart. However, their instructions have now been completed. The examination is approaching. Furthermore, this exam is not intended for them. It's intended for your use. Archangel Michael asks, will you allow them to navigate their way back to you by opening your heart just a bit? Not in a naive manner, but with the same sacred power that you have always possessed, and lovingly. The ability to forgive, understand, and have faith in divine timing. Why? Because this is divine timing, Dizzy. If this message resonates with your essence, I will get my heavenly love tale, whether spoken or written. I believe in God's plan. Make your light obvious to God. Allow the angels to convey your message to your soulmate at this time. Archangel Michael is currently leaning closer. He is providing me with a vision. There is a door in front of your partner. They are in possession of an object. They have been delighted to give you this present. This gift is not of this world. It's a confession, a truth, a physical and emotional release of everything they've held back. However, they are hesitant to knock. They are concerned that the door may have been closed. They wonder if they'll still want me after everything. Archangel Michael informs you that now is your chance to answer. Not by words, but through energy, the calm of faith, and the vibration of love. If you continue to forgive on a regular basis, they will notice and respond accordingly. Now they are verifying your identity on their phone once more. They are currently studying your images in order to restore their memories. They are currently considering whether they will continue to believe in us. And if you've read this far, you're definitely convinced. Your soul continues to believe, regardless of whether you are fatigued or cautious. This is why God chose you to send this message. This explains why Archangel Michael couldn't relax until you opened it. It's already beginning. Their essence remains restless as you read this. They feel impelled to approach you despite their inability to express the sensation. Archangel Michael claims that they are unaware that I am directing them to you. They believe that it is a mere coincidence or a manifestation of their longing for your presence. But it is more profound. Your essence encourages them to rebuild their alignment. The tug becomes more intense with each passing hour. They almost reached you yesterday night. The transmit button was hovered over by their finger for an entire minute. They even entered a vulnerable phrase, but then removed it. Not because they didn't mean to, but because they did. The truth terrified them, because they are already aware of the assurance from heaven. You are the individual. And that is terrifying for an individual who has never encountered a love that is so sacred, so raw, and so familiar. They are unable to control a creature that appears to be predestined, resonating in their visions and pursuing them into the quiet. Yes, they have been in love before, but this time it is spiritual. This is distinctive. This is my home. Archangel Michael is presenting me with a glimpse from the past of your soulmates. A moment when they promised themselves that they would never again fall so deeply. They have worn armor ever since they were severely injured by an individual. Each relationship was maintained with one foot out the door. However, you were able to get around that armor. You saw the actual essence of their being. Rather than fleeing, you were captivated by the sight. This was the most scary experience they'd ever had. Archangel Michael has indicated that they are finally ready to share the information they have been concealing. However, it is imperative that you are aware of this ultimate truth. They didn't lie to hurt you, rather they did so out of fear. They told you they didn't care. They acted as if it was irrelevant. Your presence was forcibly removed. Nonetheless, their soul was exclaiming, "Please do not abandon me," every time they spoke the opposite. I encourage you to continue to love me. Kindly refrain from proceeding. They were hoping you would advocate for them. They anticipated that you would recognize the deception. Furthermore, they never intended to shatter your heart, but they did. Archangel Michael claims that forgiveness is a source of power. If you choose to hold on to your resentment, you will miss the miracle. However, if you opt for love, even if it is silent and patient, heaven will grant you a divine reunion. Your partner is preparing a message for you. You are not aware that they have already written a piece of it. It's either in their notes or on a creased piece of paper kept in a drawer. It starts with your name and ends with a sentiment that will warm your heart. Afraid of your reaction, Archangel Michael asserts. They are concerned that you may have forgotten about them or that they have waited too long. However, you must remember the following. You are their haven. You remind us that not all affection is designed to be destructive. You are the first person to convince them that rehabilitation is possible. Currently, they require your silent support to regain their trust. Therefore, Archangel Michael extends an invitation to you to initiate a divine alignment. I am willing to accept their reality with an open heart if you continue to believe in this love, whether expressed in words or feelings. Furthermore, the message will be delivered directly to their dreams via the stars tonight. They will awaken with a sense of optimism and confidence, anticipating a major event. According to Archangel Michael, your soulmate is being divinely positioned. A series of events are already unfolding in the background. They are being drawn to you by a series of small choices, nudges, and signs. However, there is a restricted time frame which is currently in effect. Heaven will not prevent them if you skip this step, limit your energy, or stop believing just before the breakthrough. However, the reunion will be postponed. Furthermore, I am aware that you have endured an inordinate amount of time. You are entitled to the full story and the truth. Most importantly, you have the right to experience the intensity, fervor, and authenticity of this person's love for you, just as they do. They truly do. Afraid is all they are. And Archangel Michael responds, so are you. But do not let fear take over. Let compassion ascend. Allow your psyche to positively respond, because the upcoming events are not insignificant. Archangel Michael presents me with a situation. Their identities will be revealed shortly. It will be erratic and disorganized. It may be a simple reaction, a greeting, or a tune that they send. However, it is critical to be aware of this when it happens. You are their haven. You remind us that not all affection is designed to be destructive. You are the first person to convince them that rehabilitation is possible. Currently, they require your silent support to regain their trust. Archangel Michael is presently urging you to begin a divine alignment. If you still believe in this affection, type or whisper. I'm ready to embrace their truth with an open heart. The word will also be delivered directly to their dream this evening via the stars. They will awaken with a sense of optimism and fortitude as they anticipate a significant event. Archangel Michael says your companion is being divinely positioned. A series of events are already unfolding in the background. They are lured to you through subtle choices, nudges, and clues. However, there is a time limit, which is now in place. Heaven will not prevent them if you skip this step, limit your energy, or stop believing just before the breakthrough. However, the reunion will be postponed. Furthermore, I am aware that you have endured an inordinate amount of time. You are entitled to the entire story, the complete truth. Above all, you deserve to feel the depth, fervor, and authenticity of this person's love for you just as they do. They truly do. They're just scared. And Archangel Michael responds, "So are you." But do not let fear take over. Let compassion ascend. Allow your psyche to positively respond, because the upcoming events are not insignificant. Archangel Michael presents me with a situation. Their identities will be revealed shortly. It'll be unexpected and unpredictable. It may be a simple reaction, a greeting, or a tune that they send. However, it is critical to be aware of this when it happens. That moment symbolizes the beginning of everything you've been looking forward to. Your protectors will be vigilant. Heaven's silence will be a result of their desire to observe your subsequent decisions. According to Archangel Michael, they have completed one phase. You are required to go to the next stage. So I'll end with this. If this message spoke to you, or if you believe the person you love is currently feeling this emotion, say one final divine affirmation. I believe in the timing of God. I believe our souls shall rejoin. I am ready at this time. I'll now move to the final section. The passionate conclusion reveals their secret. The final instant your heart receives what it has longed for, and the divine timing into action. The moment has arrived. You are more thoroughly acquainted with your soulmate than you realize. Not only did they travel far, but they were also indecisive. They have been teetering on the brink of this moment, torn between remaining mute and embracing the truth. They have been carrying for an unreasonable amount of time and have finally made a conclusion. Everything will change once they speak, according to Archangel Michael. It won't be overly theatrical or raucous, but it will be sincere. You will recognize who they are based on your emotions rather than their words. The moment their energy hits yours again, your heart will recollect the sudden sense of calm, the weight lifted from your chest, and the goosebumps. Indeed, that is the only way to tell if it is genuine. Archangel Michael's final vision emerges as he leans closer. Your soulmate has been rehearsing this moment in their vehicle, lying in bed at 2 a.m. and replaying it in their mind 100 times. What to say, how to explain the silence, how to admit the truth, and how to express how much I still love you. But the most important truth that Archangel Michael wants you to know is this. They don't need immaculate language. They are not in need of a huge apology. They only ask that you empathize with the sentiments they are hesitant to express. The goal of this reunion is not to change the past. It concerns the reclamation of the future. God has already planned the moment. It's almost here. Your body will feel it before it arrives. According to Archangel Michael, you will receive a sign immediately prior to the event. It could be a song you haven't heard in years, a feather, a name from a dream, or a number. Do not disregard or second-guess it upon its arrival. That will serve as a reminder to your mind that they are close by. Maintain your open-mindedness. The last component, my dearest, is the miraculous. They have been devoted to you throughout the entirety of this period. not just from afar, but intentionally throughout each season. Through their hesitation and pain, they have observed you, wished you were present, and offered prayers for you. They didn't stop for a single second. Heaven knew you needed this information. For this reason, Archangel Michael personally arrived to verify the beliefs that your heart had long held, despite the occasional skepticism of your intellect. A message of affection. You are not wasting time. You are not overlooked. The person who adores you is aware of your existence. If you feel this truth in your soul, are brought to tears, have your pulse racing, or believe that this was written particularly for you, it is because it was. Your receipt of this message was not an accident. It was blessed, scheduled, and guided. As a result, heaven requires that you make one more declaration before sealing this sacred entrance. Not for them, not for Archangel Michael, but for you. Speak aloud or type. I am the recipient of this adoration. I consent to this reunion. I am prepared and trust in the divine time. Allow your voice to serve as a light, guiding them back to their destination. The Archangel Michael has announced that they are on their way. Make this the hour you'll never forget. Heaven has consistently maintained a strategy. This was not a mere coincidence. It was always a vocation. The miracle may now begin since you have been informed of the truth. Archangel Michael has not vanished. He is still present, observing, beaming, and maintaining a sacred space over your story and the connection between your heart and your soulmate. Despite the fact that the rest of the world cannot perceive or comprehend it, you may be experiencing a strange sensation right now, such as a slight sense of lightness or weight. This is a regular occurrence, as the entrance of divine truth into the spirit results in profound alteration. It changes the atmosphere itself. And that is exactly what has happened. This message has affected your energy, whether you are conscious of it or not. Your kindred spirit has received a direct message as a result of that alteration. Archangel Michael claims that there was no reason for you to seek or provide an explanation. You were simply obliged to have emotions. Now, they are experiencing it as well. Your individual is currently experiencing an emotional surge that they are unable to express as you sit still. It'll strike them without notice. A sudden necessity to contact you, and propensity to confirm one's identification or a want to tell the truth. They will not be aware of its origin, but you will. It originated from the present moment, from this location, and from your declaration that you are prepared. And now, a divine assurance. They will arrive. It's possible things won't happen today or in the way you expect, but they will. This kind of love, which spans ages, modifies timelines, and inspires angels, is never wasted. Heaven does not provide this love to lure you. It offers it in order to revitalize and transform you, bringing you back home. Therefore, if ambiguity arises, reread this statement. They have always harbored affection for you, even when they couldn't demonstrate it or weren't sure how to do so. Archangel Michael claims that the affection is genuine. It's fortunate. It is safeguarded. And no amount of force, uncertainty, quiet, or terror will truly stop it. As a result of your awakening, you are unable to fall back asleep. This is the narrative of your affection. This is your holy narrative, and it has only just begun. Maintain a light touch. Maintain an open mind. Remain steadfast, and remember that Archangel Michael is always a mere whispered supplication away, should you require a reminder. If you feel validated by this communication, do not let it be your last. The next miracle is already on its way, so listen to the voice that heaven used to send you today. Type the following. Thank you, Archangel Michael. I am ready to receive the next message. Your name will be remembered in eternity. I implore you to wake up, my dear. Your love story is going to enter the room. Prepare yourself. It stemmed from this location, this time, and your assertion that you are ready. And now there is divine assurance that they will arrive. They may not occur today or in the manner you anticipate. However, they will. This kind of love, which spans ages, modifies timelines, and inspires angels, is never wasted. No, heaven does not give you this type of affection as a form of punishment. It provides it to awaken, transform, and return you home. Therefore, should you ever experience a resurgence of doubt, reread this sentence. They have always loved you, whether they could articulate it or not. Archangel Michael claims that the affection is genuine. It's fortunate. It is safeguarded. And no amount of force, uncertainty, quiet, or terror will truly stop it. You are unable to fall back asleep because you have been roused. This is the narrative of your affection. This is your holy narrative, and it has only just begun. Maintain a soft, receptive, and loyal demeanor. Keep in mind that Archangel Michael is merely a whispered prayer away if you need a reminder. If this message has elicited a sense of recognition in you, do not allow it to be the last. The next miracle is already on its way, so listen to the voice that heaven used to send you today. Type the following. Archangel Michael, I am grateful. I'm prepared for the next message, and your name will be remembered in paradise. I implore you to wake up, my dear. Your love story is going to enter the room. Prepare yourself. Few people are brave enough to feel such strong emotions, have an open mind, and wait with trust when the world tells them to move on. However, you were not the one who skipped. You avoided closing your spirit. You continued reading because you were aware. You were aware that this was not merely a message. It was a supernatural reminder, confirmation, and mirror that reflected your spirit's pre-existing convictions. According to Archangel Michael, the test was successfully finished not because you were flawless or never had any doubts, but because you persevered during the most difficult times. You allowed your feelings to be expressed. The reality was permitted to penetrate the areas that you had previously concealed. By doing so, you created the conditions for a miracle to happen. The last sigh is now heard. It has already affected your future timeline. Currently, a redirection is underway. The prayer you previously murmured and subsequently disregarded has been reactivated. The seed you seeded months or years ago is about to emerge from the earth. The soul of someone you thought was extinct is now retracing its steps toward you. Because pure heavenly love is like water. It continuously creates a solution. Archangel Michael would like to inform you that your name was invoked during a celestial assembly. Yes, it is yours. Everything was changing this morning, whether you were brushing your teeth, browsing through the world, or waking up, despite the fact that you believed nothing had changed. Your angels were battling for you in areas you couldn't see, behind the veil and behind your back. Their hands are currently softly unlocking a long-sealed door. It's now groaning. Is it audible for you? It is almost operational. An additional intake of conviction. After an additional second of silence, the event will transpire. They reappeared. They communicate. They share every detail. They may suffer shaking or crying. They may say, I was concerned that you had moved on. However, their irises will have a comparable flame, depth, and soul. Furthermore, you will understand that this was not a fiction of your imagination. It was your fate. So, what is your next line of action? Your energy will draw others in like a lighthouse as you live, shine, walk in grace, love without begging, and believe without seeking. They will finally feel safe enough to fall into your kindness, for your love is the love their soul has craved since the beginning of time. Archangel Michael proclaims that this chapter is complete. The subsequent one begins. Now, if you want heaven to know you are still alert, prepared, and responsive, please enter your final response in the space provided below. I am a proponent of the reunion. I have confidence in the divine. I have been chosen and am prepared. Transform those words into a powerful vibration that your spouse can feel in their chest before retiring for the night. This isn't the conclusion. This is the introduction. And when that message, call, or summons arrives, you will smile because you will recall that you were warned and were courageous enough to believe. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibration, safe society where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. Despite its simplicity, this sacred principle has the potential to transform your entire existence if you adhere to it. Blessings will not be the only thing you receive. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence. Accepting this invitation provides you with immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are currently unavailable to the wider public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred area where you will receive unshakable support, spiritual guidance, and speedy progress towards your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. You are about to hear something that was not intended for anyone else. A sacred thing. Something is concealed. However, I urge you to pause and examine one item before the situation changes dramatically. What is the rationale behind this current sensation? What caused your heart to stop when you saw this message? What caused the sensation that your name was being called? Given this, what does Archangel Michael say? The person you crave for. You cherish this person. The individual who died prematurely. They are currently searching for you. They may not get another chance to speak if you ignore or keep mute at this moment. I understand the content of your idea. It's possible that this is just another message, but this is not the case. The message goes as follows. Heaven has been impatiently awaiting the opportunity to offer this to you for hours. The winds have altered. The time is now available. You've arrived at last. You did not just happen across this. Your soul was summoned at this exact time. The guardian angels are surveying the surroundings. They cannot exhale. My beloved child, this is your final warning, says Archangel Michael. If you close this now, you will never receive the information they were eager to give with you. Please refrain from disrespecting this. Something is about to disappear. The person who died asked the angels to keep them from making a mistake that could have far-reaching consequences for the planet. In the present day, there is an activity taking place behind your back that you are oblivious of. If you refuse to attend, you will not understand the situation until it is too late. Archangel Michael says, this is not an error. They made multiple attempts to reach you over the course of 4 days and nights. When you were unable to sleep, their soul called out your name. It was not just a fantasy. That was not only a mental construct. Hearing them weep and shout, they hoped you would eventually witness this. And you do now. Archangel Michael claims they were removed prematurely, and they had little fear of death. You were the one who failed to recall the intended message. They briefly considered you before dying away. A sign has been sent at this moment. This message is the indication. Their shouts are heard in the sky. Please convey this to them before it disappears. Would you be interested in knowing about the sights they saw before they died? They saw you. Indeed. You are currently experiencing the most sacred moment of your life. There is a holy portal in front of you that allows you to bend time and ultimately speak the truth. This explains your recent sense of unwell being. As a result, you are reflecting on someone who is no longer present. This is why the timepieces continue to show the same number. The cosmos has been preparing you for this specific message. Archangel Michael claims that they have endured an inordinate amount of time. Please do not prolong their wait. You were not meant to be aware of this information until now. Additionally, if you are interested in receiving communications of this sort, please subscribe immediately. This refers to alignment rather than content. Subscribing to this service ensures that you receive God's prophetic reminders exactly when you need them. This is why your ribs feel heavy. This is why your eyelashes are damp. Without your understanding of the rationale. Because you maintain the memories in your heart. Let us take a brief pause before continuing. If you agree with this or find these statements understandable, please type Amen in the comments. Not for me, but for you. Perform a quiet deed to communicate to heaven that your consciousness is awake, present, and ready to receive the knowledge it has been striving to transmit. They attempted to impart concepts. They attempted to transmit messages. However, the misery you were feeling kept it from happening until now. Nowadays, doorways are accessible. Archangel Michael assures him that if he stays, he will be able to hear the words they have been longing to say. If you leave, this message will never resurface. This message will be their final communication as you go. Something sacred imprinted your identity, vitality, and destiny on this instant. Your anguish is more than just a sensation of melancholy. That's a signal. This is how heaven arrives at your doorstep. They are still with you, says Archangel Michael. They are still present, but they want to reveal the information that has been concealed. The more you read, the more you'll feel them. These people are sitting next to you and studying you. They are whispering, hoping that you will not ignore it. If you do this, their message will be lost in the wind. According to Archangel Michael, they have worked tirelessly to protect you from the upcoming events. However, if you do not get this message, you will remain unconscious of the future. Some aspects of your lineage are distinct. They intend to tell you of an incident that will occur if you do not take action. Someone is hiding something, and the person you loved who died was aware of its coming arrival. When they tried to say it with their last breath, no one heard. They continued to wait until God gave them the opportunity to converse. You are the only one who has the ability to halt the approaching event, hence you are the only one chosen to hear this. This is holy, says Archangel Michael. Locked. This is designed just for your use. I beseech you, my loving children, to read everything. Heaven is watching. The person you grieve is finally ready to reveal all. It's possible that your epidermis will start to vibrate. It is not dread. That's the spirit memory resurfacing. You may feel warmth in your abdomen. There is no need for alarm. The deity is attempting to penetrate your fortifications. They pardon you in accordance with Archangel Michael's instructions. Regardless of what you believe, they did not leave this earth in wrath. They said your name with love, grief, and hope as they left. This moment fills them with optimism. Are you experiencing it? This is the place you were meant to be. The fact that everything in your life was leading up to this moment. This person cherished you more than they ever said in public, declares Archangel Michael. They want to perform one final miracle for you. However, you are compelled to stay. It is vital that you pay attention. You are about to make a decision that will determine your future. If you skip this step, you will only know half of the truth about that decision. If you do not pay attention, they will have one last chance to talk to you. In addition, you will weep throughout your life, declares Archangel Michael. The goal of this message is to help you see past the unpleasant situations you've been facing. The following remarks are true to them. I realize you chose to remain. This signifies that your spirit perceives. This means that they are aware that you are ready at the moment. This is the first part of Archangel Michael's sermon. It will make you uncomfortable, but it will also protect you. They refrained from leaving the chamber. They want you to be informed. Despite the fact that you thought you were alone that day, even when the silence was deafening and the grief was insurmountable. Despite the fact that you asked in a mumble, "Where are you?" They were right behind you, touching your shoulder and begging God to let them communicate. Heaven has finally granted permission, but just once, to present you with information that the rest of the world did not mean to share with you. Archangel Michael has made a deal with God to allow this brief window of opportunity to be opened. You are currently experiencing an impulse to weep. For this reason, its essence is awareness rather than grief. The part of your nature that is missing is being perceived. And now, the truth will surface in a similar way to rain. The individual you are now considering. That individual. The person whose photograph you keep. The person whose identify you will not erase from your phone. They are placed at this site. There is an appeal to not allow them to fool you. Something was withheld from you after their death. As per Archangel Michael, if you fail to realize your circumstance, someone will take your possessions. Someone has been watching you from behind the scenes. A person who wants to delete your name from a benediction. That was specifically intended for you. It is basic to understand. Cash is freely available. The land is privately owned. A name is recorded. However, they are not sharing this information with anyone. They want to make changes before publishing the materials. They demand that you be preoccupied. They wish for you to remain silent. However, the person you held in high respect and who died has had enough. According to Archangel Michael, they begged to reveal the truth. Because they were aware of upcoming events. They noticed a person smiling at you. They then proceeded to stab you when you turned around. They watched you investing your trust in the wrong person. Devoting your efforts to someone who is not the intended beneficiary. Additionally, allowing someone who is only interested in taking your riches. However, the marvel goes as follows. It is unnecessary for you to become ensnared in that trap. Not at this time. This message is meant to protect you. It's your anchorage in the midst of the storm. This lighthouse was illuminated by a family member before they died. Archangel Michael confirms that you are not mad. You were completely entitled to your emotions. You were accurate in assuming that you were unable to verify. You were warranted in your fear. Everyone told you were overthinking things. However, your instincts told you otherwise. For individuals who are aware of this fact and feel calm rather than anxious, please make sure that the following is written. Amen. It is designed to encapsulate the knowledge that your consciousness has previously gained. It signifies that you agree with the evidence that heaven is currently presenting to you. They were extraordinary. Heaven is now validating the message that your soul has been sending. However, it is not just about the items that were taken from you. It refers to the remaining entitlements you have. It is possible that the miracle has been postponed as a result of an individual in your life. Regardless, your loved ones witnessed this. Additionally, Archangel Michael was notified. Allow them one final chance to see the whole picture. They should detect the miracle before it spreads to another person. That is, in fact, the focus of this conversation. Some people skim or scroll across this message and are unable to see it completely. The miracle may be transmitted to another person. It will be acquired by another person. Such is the gravity of the situation. According to Archangel Michael, you were never meant to find this unless you were willing to change your fate. Currently, you are. You are now competent to perceive the truth. Enough to recollect what they said to you in your dream that night. I have the ability to assert that I understand my identity. I am aware of the sum owed to me. I am aware of the person who is attempting to take it from me. I'm also aware of the person who is still advocating for me on the other side. Please avoid from making a wrong impression. Currently, they are promoting your cause, going above and beyond to convey the message. You are being contested, and your decision will have a negative impact on the following 7 years of your life. It is critical that you quickly open your eyes. Alternatively, Archangel Michael believes the door will be closed. It's possible that your time frame is shorter than 24 hours. Things will change after that. This period will end. What you could have obtained will have to wait till you return to the recording. However, they do not want that for you. They wish for you to gain. They require your knowledge. Finally, accept that they are present, embracing you and chanting your name in a supplication-like tone. What did they see previous to their departure? They kept an eye on you in the future. They watched you ascend. They noticed you chuckling once more. They witnessed you receiving all of the stuff for which you had requested. However, they witnessed an apparition. And person. In addition, it is clearly incorrect. They assured you that they would not leave until they had informed you. The notification you're reading right now is that one. You still have time. Archangel Michael claims that you have not permanently destroyed your existence. You did not pass up your opportunity. However, you are now standing at the final entrance. The door closes quickly as well. Are you planning on passing through? Will you continue to believe that this isn't a genuine situation? If you love me, do not disregard me at this time, the deceased souls beg. Archangel Michael has informed that their energy is still coming from your room, wanting to be heard, and asking you to stay for an extended period of time. They will reveal the most important facts later in this communication. All right. You remained. Archangel Michael is content. The angels have kept the portal accessible. The consciousness that had been waiting for your arrival in the darkness merely grinned, knowing that you are now ready to hear the rest. This is the most crucial component. They would like to tell you what happened the night they died. According to Archangel Michael, they were unable to express themselves before their deaths. They can now do so through you. They were concerned that evening not because they feared death, but because they were unable to say goodbye. They thought about your grin, laugh, and appearance, as well as your future. No, they weren't afraid of the light. They were concerned that you would think they had abandoned you. Unfortunately, they were unable to do so. Not for 1 second. As they died, their spirit reached out to you. Will they be aware that I still love and cherish them? They asked of the angels as they took their final breath. Archangel Michael said, "Not yet." But at some point, indeed, that day has arrived. This is the moment they desired. The ability to articulate what they were previously unable to do. Kind of like their pride in you. Similarly, they constantly monitored you, even when you thought they were not around. Similar to how you exceeded their expectations for your strength. However, there is an additional aspect. Something they were unable to say while alive. A familial secret. A fiction wrapped in affection. A statement they overheard. They have observed. They were hesitant about facing this issue before to their passing. They can now articulate it, though. According to Archangel Michael, someone you trusted has been dishonest with you. Even when they grin, this person's spirit is dismal. They have been changing your course in a subtle and intentional way. Their goal is for you to fail, because success would reveal a secret they are attempting to conceal. Someone close to you noticed this and has been attempting to notify you about it. This individual is responsible for every strange incident, delay, and friendship breakdown. If you do not free them quickly, you will be forced to endure their curse for the rest of your life. This is Archangel Michael's statement. The following 6 weeks are considered sacred. That is, the next 6 years will be shaped by the things that drain you if you leave. Someone from your past has requested your assistance. Do not waste your time with the person who questioned your talents. During your absence, I overheard their talk. It was clear to me that they were telling lies. That's when I understood they were running an undercover operation against you. I have been unable to stop it till now. This is why the notification appeared at that exact moment. Just informing you. In order to prepare you. To help you achieve your goals before it's too late. Because a new season is quickly approaching. Alteration. An excellent opportunity. Prepare for an occasion you've been thinking about for a while. The benediction will not be received if your energy is still associated with that person. Archangel Michael claims that God does not bless what depletes one. This serves as your exam. I am still accessible to offer support. However, they advise that you start the process. To truly accept this fact, you must leave the door open for an extended amount of time. What steps should I take at this time? It is probable that you are considering this. This is Archangel Michael's statement. The people around you are not prepared to face reality. Please refrain from disclosing this communication to anyone. Keep a record of their identification. Indeed, the name of the person for whom you believe this communication is meant. The first object that drew your attention. That is not an informed assessment. Your instincts are right. You're hearing them with your own ears. Find the number 7. This communication came from angels. The number 7 indicates that all of its contents are accurate. Recognize this when it appears. They are witnesses. They indicate the path. They are present with you. Finally, do not skip the end. Because to the subsequent circumstances, they will be able to reveal the marvel they have been hiding. Remember that heaven has never harmed you. The delay was not punishment. It was for the sake of protection. They were clutching the object for which they had died at this very moment, to guarantee that you were ready to accept it. It's now yours. However, only if you choose to accept it. Archangel Michael has stated that the barrier is thinning. The lighting is slightly reduced. An individual you hold in high esteem is being asked to remain silent once more. This is the final communication they've sent. I will remain with you. Each step you take, each song you listen to, and every tear you cry. I'm still present. My body's contour has been altered. I am in the midst of a breeze. I am silent. I am the fortitude you felt when you were certain you lacked it. I need you to support yourself right now. I want you to be radiant. It is critical that you stop delaying decision-making and make a decision promptly. You make things feasible. Reclaim the life I saw the last time I looked at you. Archangel Michael puts his hand on your shoulder at this point. He murmurs, "It is finished." However, this is based on your conviction. As a result, heaven observes. Currently, your name is associated with a holy vibration that pervades realms beyond time, where there is no further sorrow, and in places where love endures forever. The weapon of Archangel Michael is set aside to distribute blessings rather than fight in combat. Due to the resolution of the conflict in which you were involved, the weight you were carrying is melting in an unusually tranquil manner. You no longer need to make an effort. Allowing is sufficient. Allow affection to enter. Allow assistance to enter. Allow the restoration to take place. Everything has changed at this moment. That individual is still in close vicinity, as a presence, brightness, or compassion that will last forever. Not as a memory or apparition. It's so close that if you were brave enough, you could inhale it. You may have recently finished the task. The sensation of chill on your limbs. The heartbeat that exists in your ribcage. That unusual and lovely silence. They are the ones being questioned. You should be aware that it is legitimate because they are monitoring you. That's all. Signs. It's time. And this message, Luddy, was placed just by God. In truth, all of the delays were due to providential protection. Individuals who departed were required to do so. The post that eluded you was never designed to keep your services. The relationship that broke your heart paved the way for your future. You didn't fail. You grew above the capability of objects that were never designed to fit your size. The radiance has returned to you. You are a threat to the darkness. You've regained your optimism. Additionally, there is faith. Real, steadfast faith is starting to grow within you. Even if it's not particularly crowded, despite its small size, heaven can move without the presence of a forest fire. A flame is all that is needed. According to Archangel Michael, the next 14 days will influence the next 14 months. You will have a wonderful meeting. A modification. A notification. Or an unexpected opportunity. You'll eventually return to a project you almost abandoned. This time, you'll be well prepared. But there is a test. It may be good to review the areas where you have made progress. Show the behavior of your past self. Alternatively, accept fear. Refrain. You are no longer the same person you were before. The person you longed to see is no longer you. The communicated image of yourself is you. Transmit to destabilize the status quo. Temporarily interrupt cycles. Illuminate. Also establish harmony. Display this behavior. Communicate as such. I'm tempted to do so. God meets his duties. And you are living proof of that. Your loved one sees a magnificent future ahead. It provides more than just a restorative purpose. It's splendor. It's not just a matter of survival. It's excessive. They are not just content. You've made considerable progress with only half the help and twice the hardship. They wish you to keep this in mind. The difficult part has ended. You are now able to receive. This time, they'll make sure you don't miss it. You'll start to notice the following. Waves of calm that appear intermittently in the midst of disturbance. It's similar to revisiting or hearing the names or images of people from the past. The same tune, number, or dream occurs repeatedly. Things that had been felt hindered for years started to come together. A soothing voice inside you warns of approaching events. Have faith in it. It's impossible. At that point, your timeline changes. You successfully completed the exams that Archangel Michael had concealed, those that were not noticed. Despite the fact that you were crumbling, you chose kindness. The situations in which you refused to defend yourself. The people you loved unconditionally. Heaven took in every detail. You are currently owed. Not only psychologically, but physically. During this life. Within this body. Within this time frame. This was passed down to you through inheritance. It cannot be taken from you under any circumstances, including fear, error, or percentage. From now on, say these words aloud. I am in complete connection with the divine. What is mine is currently en route. I can now receive it with ease and calm. When you say that, your loved one grins. Given that you finally heard them, they're not the only ones. You. Your vigor. You're summoned. How do you know? They are already in their final murmur of the evening. They advise you to persevere. We did not bring you here just to halt. Continue without interruption. The most exciting part is now started. The message has finished. However, the marvel has only just begun. We should conclude this important message in the way God intended. Soft. Robust. Not to be forgotten. This message is not followed by a true quiet. It is completely filled. Full with the sense of being present. Calm. Made up of all the words they were hesitant to speak in real life. You are now taking a peaceful rest in your spirit. The information you received was just what you needed according to Archangel Michael. This section will greatly impact your life. What you decide to do with it. There are no additional alerts. There are no more signs. This is the final message. Heaven has told you the entire truth. The individual who died has finally revealed everything. As they observe, they feel the peaceful affection that can only come from the other side. You might feel heavy. You might feel strange. This is always how it feels when something spiritual touches a person. Being in the midst of a miracle causes you to feel that way. Your spirit knows it's genuine. Draw a deep breath. Draw a deep breath. Close your eyes. Allow your body to learn what your spirit already understands. They are still there. they were always present. It's as if they moved to a place where love has no regard for space or time. Your voice can still reach them, even if you whisper it at 3 a.m. You can speak to them right now. Tonight, tomorrow, and always. The connection has now been restored. This message was not a story, claims Archangel Michael. You passed through the door. You will begin to notice things from now on. You will suddenly hear a name that you have not heard in years. There will be enough of the number 7. People you don't know will say things that they used to exclusively say. It will be easy to visualize your dreams. It will help to dry your tears faster. The voice within you will get stronger, louder, and calmer. That is them. That is your person. That is your miracle occurring in the background. Perfectly and softly. But only for those who believed. For those who did not skip it. Only for those who stayed until the end. Like you. Now Archangel Michael is happy. Not because he has finished his work, but you finally let yourself to receive. Heaven can now open a long-closed door. The energy persists even after the message has passed. And it informs your soul one final thing. You are regaining everything you lost. But better. What used to hurt you is now what gives you strength. The person you loved remains with you. You're now free. Child of the light. Move onward. Your fate has altered. You're no longer by yourself. Subscribe before this finishes if you want to stay updated on these moments of clarity and direction. By remaining in touch, you stay in sync with God's prophetic timing in your life right now. This message was what made it so magical. You just got through it. Okay? Because you haven't mentioned the most crucial thing yet. Your loved one is currently on their knees. Not out of sadness, but out of amazement. They are kneeling before God, holding your name in prayer. As they scream tears of affection for you. They are not pleading or demanding that heaven provide you peace. That heaven remembers all the good you've done. All the love you provided. Even if you had nothing to contribute. You stayed silent all those nights to help someone else remain strong. They are presenting God your scars to demonstrate what they went through. Isn't this enough? God is happy. Because God has not forgotten about you. He glanced at your journey with eyes that saw everything. Not the silent pain. Not those false smiles. That is not the time you considered giving up. His response is now here. Not with thunder. Not from a voice in the sky, but via this gentle unfolding of God. With this message, right now. Now is the time to remember who you are. You have money bearing your name on it. Not only money. There is also heavenly provision. A gift in both the spiritual and physical realms. Someone close to you left something behind before their death. They want you to know about it. Wonderful. A safety net. Present. It's about to be discovered by you. It could resemble a letter. A voicemail. A name is mentioned unexpectedly. Or a legal opportunity. However, it will result in a significant outcome. Archangel Michael has placed the pieces as if they were on a chessboard. You should only move when your spirit instructs you to. But before the blessing arrives, the person you care about wants one thing. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the years you believe you've wasted. Forgive those who betrayed your confidence. Please excuse the stillness. Please excuse my weakness. It was not your fault at all. Even if your heart was already somewhat broken, you did your best. You still expressed affection. You gave others hope. You made light. They saw it. Heaven witnessed it. You do not need to wait for your miracle, says Archangel Michael. Your miracle is right around the corner. I want you to participate in this sacred moment before it ends. Write, "I received it now," in the comments. Not tomorrow. Not in a day. Right now. So this is how you move from hearing to receiving. From waiting to taking the next steps. The miracle is catching its breath. Waiting to be allowed in. For every second of doubt. Invite it now. Not with an elaborate prayer. Not with good remarks. Say you're ready. Say it aloud. Say it aloud. Say it from your heart. That is all it takes. Heaven does not require airflow. It requires the truth. Your loved one is taking a slight step back. They are not going anywhere. They will never do it. However, they want you to have room to move. They urge you to move up and demonstrate your might. Because they understand what will happen in 48 hours. Change something. There's something to do. A seemingly minor decision that leads to something far more significant. This night, you would not sleep if you knew what was coming. You would dance at night. You would cry, but not because you were injured, but you're excited. When your blessing arrives, Archangel Michael urges you not to be terrified. Don't consider if you deserve it or not. Do not wait for someone to say yes. You can walk right into it, as if your name was already written on the walls, because it is. You owned it before your birth. It was late, but never denied. Now heaven is clearing the way. Just come out from behind the tree. There is more. Someone in heaven knew what was about to happen. It was shown to them before they sent the message. They noticed that you were better. They saw you with someone. They noticed that your bank account was full. They saw how tranquil your face appeared. They noticed your tears drying up. You grinned again. Your hands are once again creating beauty. They saw the room where you'll enter and everyone will stare at you. Not because of your appearance, but because of how you make others feel. The holy, tranquil strength that cannot be touched. That is where you are going. It's going faster than you realize, but only if you don't quit now. The tunnel is almost completed. You've forgotten what light looks like since it's been dark for so long. You are not crazy, though. The light up ahead is real. If you feel warm in your chest, this is confirmation. You aren't making up the symbol you keep seeing in your thoughts. Yes, that is your miracle waving to you. Are you prepared to meet? According to Archangel Michael, this is a one-time invitation. There is no turning back after this. Not the old agony. Do not think too little. Not to those that make you feel lousy. This message contains a promise from God. You've already answered yes by reading this far. The person you care about is currently smiling. It's a soft face. Their light shines brighter. And their final remarks are simple to understand. Always prepare to battle for yourself. Their faith in you is greater than yours in the past. They will walk beside you until you see it happen. You will no longer be by yourself. You were never that. And now, heaven will display it. in ways you cannot imagine. But you'll recognize them when they happen. Just swear that you will not skip the sign when it appears. No matter what. Because it was intended for you this time. And this time, heaven will not be overlooked. Okay, you are still here. That indicates that the blessing is wrapping itself around you. According to Archangel Michael, heaven trusts those who stay until the end. Heaven now trusts you since you stayed. The clouds do not produce a flash of lightning or thunder. On this holy day, your name appears on a fresh page in the book of life. It'll be silent and deep. Archangel Michael turns one last time and says, "Thank you." Indeed, they did. The spirit that has died, the individual who spoke your name as they passed through the curtain, the individual who prayed God to protect you, even if it meant they had to keep silent for a while. They want you to know that you made their day better when you opened this message. By not giving up. By focusing your complete attention. Before they went, you provided them an experience they had never had before. Their spirit has calmed, but it is still there. From now on, their energy will be with you. Not like a ghost. Not like a shadow. However, this is only a guideline. Every difficult decision is accompanied by a whisper. It's like getting a hug just as you're about to break apart. A name that comes to mind when you really need it. Archangel Michael warns of what is about to happen. Since they stopped chatting, a new miracle has been on its way to you. It was a miracle. Something you must have looked forward to. Writing. A call. A payment. Something. A door. It's already moving. It couldn't reach you until you received this. But now it can, since the energy that was impeding it has been removed. Those who passed will be the first to see it arrive. They'll be having a party beneath the veil when it falls at your feet. So don't be surprised if things shift rapidly. When calm replaces anxiety. When funds arrive unexpectedly. When you don't understand why you're getting different therapy. You have achieved a level of frequency that most people cannot match. The volume of sound that can be heard in the sky. According to Archangel Michael, this form of communication should be limited to a select group of people. You're one of them. And now, for the final truth. Something you'd been thinking about but hadn't expressed. They were reluctant to leave, but they eventually did. Their spirit fled because they realized they could better protect you from the other side. Take that into consideration. They departed to extend their stay. Not in the designated region, not shown in an image. I firmly believe that remarkable events will occur in your life in the future. You will be able to recognize them. It will hit you. This will be a memorable time for you. The day your heart finally allowed the truth to penetrate. Archangel Michael has finally proclaimed that the matter is resolved. It is secured. It's been completed. Archangel Michael returns to the light, and so does your loved one. They smile with their palm over their heart, but do not talk. They are aware that you have heard them and are confident that you will not forget. This message is now available for deletion. However, the emotions it arouses in you will last everlasting. Currently, there is a profound, holy, and ancient quiet. When something sacred touches one's heart, one only experiences solitude. It is not just silence, though. Proof. Evidence of your transformation today. You will be unable to articulate it. However, you will experience it in the coming days and hours. According to Archangel Michael, the universe bends to fit a soul who accepts a word from paradise. Now just observe. Keep an eye on how much the issue starts to make sense. Observe how people abruptly unveil their true selves without prior notice. Observe how you stop pursuing objects that are not yours, and how objects that are yours start approaching you. That is the message that has been sent to you once more. That is the force of the truth, given to you through love on angelic wings and firmly rooted in your heart. Archangel Michael reminds you that you will never return to the person you were before this moment. You should avoid doing so. The souls of the deceased continue to breathe. They are now part of your intuition. They provide you the opportunity to consider your next major decision. They console your heart when you begin to question again. They are the moments of bravery that occur just as things start to go your way. Don't forget you're not alone, that they never forgot you, and that their love was indomitable, even in the face of death. You are now more powerful than ever because you are saying truths that they are unable to articulate. Archangel Michael suggests that it be implemented. Maintain your composure with it. Avoid anything that make you feel inferior about it. Speak up if you were previously mute. Allow yourself to forgive yourself for your incapacity to say goodbye, as you have now done. This served as both your farewell and your beginning. We want it to be miraculous. Allow it to develop in your life. Keep in mind this moment when the world tries to lure you back into chaos. When falsehood tries to impede your development once more. Also, when distractions resurface. Remember how these remarks affected you emotionally. They are aware of this truth and not out of fear. This provides evidence that it was genuine. That is how you know it was affection. As a result, you will be aware of their continued presence. For no obvious reason, your heart is always overflowing. Each time you come across an occurrence that causes you to recall them. They appear whenever you have a simultaneous want to laugh and cry. I still feel affection for you. I will continue to keep track on your activity. I continue to be satisfied with you. You successfully finished the mission. I'll repeat it with a mumble. You remained. I'm aware that you heard me. You have successfully reached the conclusion. I continue to believe in you and will continue to do so. Archangel Michael gives his final smile. As a result of a spiritual voice, the truth has been revealed. Additionally, a new existence has already begun. It's now yours. Try it. Return all of the goods they left behind in order to keep them at a later time. Prove to them that you are a true marvel. There is nothing more to add. Heaven is a haven of tranquility. Your voyage has resumed. Also, one more detail. Something that is only audible to those who have chosen to hear it in its entirety. It does not appear in any publications. It is not distributed at temples. It is only infrequently muttered. When the strength of a soul is adequate to endure the weight of what most others fear. Archangel Michael has re-emerged into the light. However, before he departs, he speaks these final words of divine love over your life. Nothing will come between you and your goal from now on. Have no fear. Please do not delay. And no betrayal. No issue. Your route is clear since it was predetermined by God. He is flanked by someone you once had affection for. There is no more despair or burden. Instead, there is a broad smile. I am grateful that you have finally obtained it. Finally, you have acquired it. Death is not the end. Love is communicated. Energy is redirected. Furthermore, there is a murmur that lasts endlessly after it is heard. It has been sent to you at this time, and something in your life will never remain silent again. The sign will be erected within 48 hours. Something is clear. A sensation so remarkable that it defies explanation. Do not question it. They are the ones being questioned. Archangel Michael is based in the location. Indeed, that is evidence. Things do not happen by chance in paradise. This letter, in its entirety, was delivered to you at precisely the right time, using divine timing. Not before, too. Following that, the angels will now function more transparently on your behalf. Anticipate the end of the wait period. Prepare for a sudden opening of closed doors. Individuals who were previously uninterested in you will begin to realize your genius once more, given that the illumination has been restored. The brilliance you produce, not the one weakened by melancholy, not the person who is afraid or unwilling to express himself. An individual who has been truly reborn. According to Archangel Michael, your dreams will now be transformed. You will get better sleep. When you wake up, you will feel calm. Your intuition will be increased. You will know who to trust and who to avoid. At that point, your precautions begin to work. This means that your consciousness is now in sync with those who love you beyond the confines of this world. There is no need to pursue. There is no need for verification. You do not have to plead, justify, lessen, or shoulder the load of others. It's no longer about the events described in your tale. It is about your beginnings. It refers to the emotions that your soul felt while others attempted to dismiss you. It applies to you. Entire. Observed, refused. Selected. I am leaving with an immortal love. Reread this message if you become bewildered or forget it. Please review it once more. Allow it to satisfy you the way it did the first time. It is vital to remember that they will return each time you indulge in this conduct. Every time you do this, paradise opens. Every time you do it, there are marvels. Please do not ignore this issue at this time. Get up and live. Reclaim what was always yours. They are present with you. Archangel Michael protects you, and your nature is completely awake. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, protected community where divine abundance is more than a hope, but a promise. This spiritual idea is quite simple. Nonetheless, it has the capacity to transform your entire life. You will not just gain blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence. Your abundance is ready.